zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
They start the drive with Cook. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Crowley. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 46 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, and I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn on.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken from about the 12. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Throwing to start the drive. Crowley. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 74 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Panthers 0.
And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Switching it up, Corral will throw here. He's able to find Melton. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw on 2nd down, Crowley. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Looking to throw, Crowley. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Hubbard going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Corral going to sneak it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Looking to throw on second down. Crowley steps away to his left. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on second down. Crowley.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll give it to him again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Crowley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Corral. Checks this down to Hubbard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Corral on 1st down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action here. Corral.
Rolling to his left. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Moore, the man in motion. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Crowley, blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cook running right. Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Looking to throw. Crowley. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Corral. This pass complete to Melton.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Corral throwing for it on fourth. Another catch from Melton.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral.
Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Touchdown, Carolina! Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through. That's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Off play action. Crowley. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Let's go now.
Evans, the man in motion left.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Got an open man finding.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Right back to Hubbard.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Corral.
And this is incomplete.
Trying to connect with Bo Melton.
And it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! DJ Moore, 38 yards.
And the Panthers have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crowley.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
What a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Corral.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a game play. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Corral.
And The 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he will take it across for the Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.